Hello everyone. It's been a while since we've gotten together like this. Today I bring you a message that covers some work we've been doing at the district level. Some work that's been going on actually for about 2.5 years now. What I'd like to talk to you about today is about the facility long-range planning that has been conducted over the last several months. You will soon be seeing a survey come to you in the mail. When you receive this survey, I want you to have a little bit of a background as to why you're being asked about this information. And that's what I hope to help you understand today. So if you'll give me just a few minutes, I'd like to run through some of the key points. Approximately 2.5 years ago, we began conducting a comprehensive study of all of our facilities. This was the first step in deciding where we needed to go. Where we've had a long-range plan always in place that we worked through with our own district budget, we've planned, we've made priorities, but we've also realized that we have to look to the future. This entailed us contracting with Nexus LLC. They are a company that walked all of our grounds from Three Lakes to Sugar Camp, our outdoor facilities, our outdoor arenas, and gave us a go-over of everything from top to bottom, from our roofs down to our cellars, as they would say. And in this, we were able to identify areas of need and areas that needed to be prioritized for our consideration in the future. A comprehensive facility report was presented to the Board of Education last January. And if you would like to refer to that, it's on our YouTube channel. It would be the January 24th regular meeting. At that time, the board went through the information and also prioritized which they saw as the greatest needs and potential concerns coming up in the district's future. That brings us to the current plan of this informational journey. We have worked with both Nexus and School Perceptions to create a survey that we would like to gather your thoughts on what you think should be considered as we go forward. You will receive this survey in the mail, and you will also have directions how to do it electronically. I'd like to go through some of the things that I think are key focus areas. I won't hit on everything, but at least it'll give you an idea for what might be coming your way. The survey is meant to gather as much information as possible. It is to test out what may be supported by our community and also what would not be supported. There are several areas, but we want to make sure we have a very good understanding of what you think rises to the top. The first of these areas is safety and security. This is always on our mind. And over the past few years, within our regular budget, we have maintained, such as opening a new entrance into the high school for the building, as well as a separate entrance into the fitness center. But our elementary, Three Lakes Elementary specifically, does not have this same kind of setup. You have to enter into the building before you go into the office. These are the kind of things that we are considering. In addition, we have looked at Sugar Camp, which has a very similar setup. You enter the building before going into the office. It is a very tight space, and again, that level of security is not as sound because there is access into the hallways. We would like to look at that and see how we could potentially upgrade the entry. We're always looking at our mechanical systems. That is a big ticket item. The cost of running and operating a building is very expensive. I'm not talking about the day-to-day expenses here, but we looked at our boilers, our heating, our cooling, our HVAC, all of the systems that are needed to be maintained to run a district and keep the heat on. It also is something that even with great maintenance, wear and tear and just the life of items do wear out. So we're trying to plan for the future in this area. We're also looking at classroom support in learning environments. Although we do a great job, our students come to us and we adapt with what their needs are. Over the last few years, we've needed to increase special education spaces as well as privacy areas for students who need counseling with mental health or other school counseling issues. We do not have these spaces available. And if you ask me if they're critical, I'd say yes. We have made do, it hasn't been ideal, but we always rally and find a way to make things work. Our goal is to make things work better for our kids. Sugar Camp has a few specific needs that you'll be asked about. As most of you know, there are some characteristics that both schools share, but some that are very different. Sugar Camp does not have an actual cafeteria space. The gym is used, and this has worked well over the years. However, our gym is also used for Phi Ed classes every day. It's very heavily used for events such as our Veterans Program, Grandparents' Day, as well as the community use. So we're looking at how we could potentially have some more space for not only the cafeteria and upgrading of the kitchen, but potentially expanding that area and seeing how we would want to utilize the gym space. In addition, the classroom space is our biggest concern. With going to all-day 4K, that changed our approach to our programming. Our kids are with us all day long, and even though they're our littlest learners, we don't have a room that has a bathroom designated for them within the room. Part of this plan would be to look at expanding our space for the 4K classroom with a designated bathroom area for them as well. We would have to also stop and take a look at our outdoor facilities. If you've been here on a weekend or an evening, you see how heavily used our outdoor arena is used. We have known for several years that our track area is coming to the end of life and that we're going to have to make some decisions about upgrades or what we're going to do with it. At the same time, we've held off purposefully because we knew we had this long-range study coming forward. And we wanted to look at not only that, but our field, our concession area, our potential for having permanent restrooms, and the addition of a parking lot which would provide greater accessibility to our public, including our elderly and our folks who may need the assistance of a handicap access. So that has been worked into the plans. And additionally, we've always got to keep our fitness center at heart. Our fitness center is the heaviest used probably room in our entire district. It is used 24/7, and it is used very well. That upkeep and maintenance has been done well, but we're at the point with the number of participants, we probably could consider some expansion. And we'd like your input on what that would mean to you. Is that important, or is this something that we're satisfied with where we are at? Now, I've covered a lot of things quickly for you, and I by no means want to tell you these are have-to-do projects at this point. But what we do need to do is get a plan with your input. So the purpose of this survey is to understand how much of an investment, if any, you would be supportive of making in this kind of long-range planning. The survey you're going to get has a lot of components to it. You will see financial information. You will see the definition of what an operational referendum is, which you have supported for us regularly over the years. We passed the operational referendum in 2022 for 5 years. That means this is the monies to take care of our everyday expenses, from keeping the heat on, the lights on, feeding our kids, and paying the salaries of our staff. These are operational daily needs that we have to account for. This is a separate referendum that we must never jeopardize because it is part of what makes us the school we are that you know. If we would look to a capital referendum, that's where something such as these bigger scale projects would come into place. This is where a school district borrows money or debt is issued. Within the survey, we will provide for you what that would be as far as an implication of tax impact. So you would have an idea of what those dollars would look like. Nothing has been predetermined. I want to make that clear to you, but we need to know what you feel is the best course of action. A community planning committee is being formed. and that's being formed right now as we speak. And if you are interested in being part of this committee, please visit our website. There is an application that you can fill out, and we will be in contact with you to give you specific time, and you can be considered for joining this group. After the committee comes together, we'll probably have another meeting where we would tour the facilities at both buildings. You would have an idea of what Three Lakes needs are, what Sugar Camp needs are, what the buildings and grounds and the outdoor arena needs are, and what the wishes are. Again, everything is up for discussion. We want your thoughts. I will finally then be sending out a letter in about 2 weeks that basically summarizes some of this information I have just shared with you. The letter is a precursor to the survey. We're giving you a pre-message of the message because we want you to know very clearly what we are looking at and what we are considering. It is my goal to keep you informed along the way. I acknowledge I have given you a lot of information to think about, and I want you to know that this process has not been taken lightly. It has been an endeavor that has taken over a couple of years of spanned time. It is very fiscally responsible in looking at the true needs versus the wants of our district. And it is my commitment to you to make sure our students get the very best academic programming and educational experiences that we at Three Lakes can provide. I will go to my last day saying this is the best school district ever. Should you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact me at the school district. I'm in the business office. Reach out, and I will be happy to share with you information as I have it. In the meantime, be watching for these communications that will be coming your way. And remember, it is a great day to be a Blue Jay. Thank you.